And welcome back. All right, time now to take a look at some of the newspaper front pages, and we start with Business Day. And here's their front page this morning. First up there, the lead story, leaked list hints at cabinet shakeout. Now, several serving ministers may have to make way to younger ones higher up. The cabinet lineup could be significantly different and younger after May 29, especially if the ANC loses its majority, with the leaked ANC candidate list suggesting several serving ministers might not make the cut. President Cyril Ramaphosa may be under pressure to replace many ministers, including senior ones, with younger politicians who are higher up on the governing party's list of preferred candidates for parliament. And it, of course, is a 200 candidate list that shows the party has ignored the recommendations of its integrity committee, choosing instead to include many implicated in state capture and tainted with corruption scandals. Also, Motors collects on Transnet troubles. Trucking industry has been stepping in to fill the gap created by the collapse of Transnet's freight rail operations, and automotive group Motors is one of those cashing in. Sanlam CEO post poll wish list. And Sanlam CEO Paul Hanratty warned against populist policies and says it could undermine fiscal and monetary discipline after the election, saying whoever wins must push sensible and sustainable policies to boost growth and alleviate unemployment, poverty and inequality. And also further funding on the cards for Denel. Public Enterprises Minister Pravin Gordhan says that the government will do everything possible to ensure that arms manufacturer Denel does not collapse. That's the front page of the Business Day. Moving on to the Star. They leading with the Takatso deal, saying Takatso deal dead as Gordhan bows out. Now, SAA plan could go begging with minister's imminent departure. The Takatso consortium majority stake acquisition of SAA has been dead in the water since the strategic partner could not secure funding from the Public Investment Corporation or guarantees from the government to keep the airline afloat, government aviation sources said yesterday. An aviation official said the question of who was going to bell the cat in informing the public that the deal was through had been a past the parcel matter. Very interesting development, that one. Also, Old Mutual SA under fire for alleged mistreatment, and we dealt with this in the trends. Old Mutual South Africa has come under fire on social media for allegedly shortchanging the payments of customers' policies and forcing employees to pay for missing client installments. So quite a lot being said on social media about that. And ANC slams DA over letter sent to US State Secretary. The ANC has slammed the Democratic Alliance for its letter to US Secretary of State and other foreign affairs ministers in Europe to ask for help in ensuring no foreign interference in South Africa's election. In a letter to Anthony Blinken through US Ambassador to South Africa, Ruben Brigetti, dated March the 7th this year, DA MP Emma Powell indicates that the party is uncomfortable with the ANC elite as it is likely to grow more desperate and attempt to rig the May 29 election. That's the front page of the Star. Let's go to the Citizen now. And the Citizen this morning going with will ANC heads roll? Also Orlando Pirates there, a whole melon. But yeah, they were the happy people, the winners there on a Saturday in the Soweto Derby. Saleng told to just have fun, and it obviously paid off for them. And also Zany record. So some of the front page stories there for today's Citizen. And the Star as well. Let's take a look. The Sowetan. Here's the Sowetan this morning. Why didn't they tell us? Secunda dog attack, and that story being outlined there. Also, some of the other stories. I'm just trying to zoom in there. Just 1 sec as I try to get in closer there. Apologies, that one closed off on me. But basically goes on to say, Mabuyane eyes second term. That's the Eastern Cape Premier. Gender parity, we need new approach. And also on that Secunda dog attack, the family of a domestic worker was killed after an alleged attack by the 6 dogs at work, says that the employer never informed them. Can you imagine that? And relatives learned of the tragedy from police days later. All right, don't forget the SABC website, as you can see on your screen now, www.sabcnews.com. All of these stories that the SABC has covered exclusively and much more on that page.